So how many of you actually flew in from abroad, outside the US here? That's a few of you. So this is a form you probably filled, right? The I-94 form. And you actually get to fill two forms, as you know, the customs form and this immigration form. And you know the usual thing, right? Well, none of us have pens that actually write. And every time somebody borrows my pen and they never return in the plane, right? So all the stuff goes on. So how many of you like this experience, filling out forms? And I put in the DMV because yesterday I had to be in the DMV. My driving license expired. Once I discovered it, I had to rush. It was like a 2-hour wait, all that, got it done. But again, forms. So that sets the context for this presentation that, we, in the course of business, everyday life, we come across a lot of forms. The funny thing about the form always struck me is all that information is already there in the passport, which they scan, and it's there in the boarding pass that they know. So it's not like the government does not have that information. But yet, we fill that form again sometimes, right? But the good news, actually, I was in India just recently. Part of the reason my driving license expired is I was away out of the country for a month and I forgot about it. And in India, we are very famous for filling forms in triplicate. And then there's 3 different people will stamp those. But this time I was surprised, actually, last couple of visits. And the airport, there are no forms at all. You just walk right through the immigration, everything. They just stamp your passport and you're done. So I was surprised. And we are beginning to get rid of forms in India. That's something that finally has arrived there, so which is good. So that sets the context for this presentation, what these forms we are filling all the time, and we are in the creator event, right? Forms and views and scripts. But consider an app like this. It's the most trivial app you could build, right? There's nothing in it. And what good can it possibly do, right, this app? What good can it do? But yet, if you think about it in the right context, if you pay attention to this, and if I told you this is the app that automatically pops up right after a salesperson walks out of a meeting with a prospect. How does that app suddenly make sense, right? So that's just one bit of information, up or down. That's all there is. It's literally one bit of information, up or down. But in that context, this app automatically popped up right after that sales visit. It has all the meaning in the world. But what this app knows and should know and doesn't have to ask. Let's look at all the things that it should know and it doesn't have to ask. Well, it knows the salesperson identity because it's there on that salesperson's device. The time and the location where the salesperson is right now. It knows the salesperson's schedule from the calendar. And it knows now additionally the CRM, the prospect information. And the fact that a particular meeting has been scheduled with the prospect, that's there in the CRM. And the current deal, the opportunity as you call it in CRM, that this meeting is about. And the fact that the salesperson was there at the meeting and then has walked out. All of that, the location it knows. So when it pops up at the right time, it knows all of these. It should know all of these. And with all that context, now this makes sense, right? This app, now with all that context already captured, just up or down. That's it. And I actually always wish for apps like this. This is the kind of app I like. I want the app, the phone knows my context, everything about me, and just give me this at the right moment. I'll give you this one bit of info. That's it. And maybe if you want to get fancy, I'll put a little note or a voice memo there, but that's it. That should convert to speech to text, all of that. It should do all the magic. I don't want to do anything more. No more work. So that's the kind of thing that, I set the context with all the passport form and the DME form, all of that. In the back end, once, of course, the up or down, the app automatically updates the deal probability in CRM, recalculates the forecast, because now the deal probability is now, maybe it went from 50% to 80%, and recalculate the forecast and notifies the sales VP. All of that it can do. All in the back end, silently, without any intervention from the salesperson. For that one bit of information, literally one bit, just up or down. So as I say, it's all in the context. It's all what the app should know and shouldn't have to ask. And of course, as I say, the best forms are the ones that don't need to be filled out at all. And this minimal disappearing client, you can call it almost a disappearing client, and there's a technical term for it these days, zero input UI, where literally zero input. not quite zero, but in this case, 1 bit of input, and powered by a seemingly magical backend. It seems to know everything about the context. And that's the deep context is what actually makes this type of application possible. That deceptive minimal client actually hides the deep context behind it. And that works across devices and form factors. In this case, I showed it in a mobile form factor. It could be very much in a web, or it could be in a tablet, any of these form factors, depending on the context again. This is your new age of cloud and mobile business apps. This is where we are heading more and more. And your app should be like this. It should be deceptively minimal, but only deceptively minimal. It's not actually minimal. There is a lot of context, deep context submerged. Your app is only the tip of the iceberg, what the user sees. There's a lot underneath. And this is our Zoho Creator 5 platform. We are making steps. This is a big leap in terms of that evolution. We have been approaching this in stages. Zoho Creator 5 is a major leap. You will see a lot about this. You'll hear a lot about this at this event. It takes you well beyond the forms, the reports, and the scripts that we are all familiar with. So first, Creator is all of that. But intent, the purpose behind all of that is to give a lot richer from a user experience perspective, richer from the back-end intelligence, all of it. Let's take a look at this new age of cloud mobile apps. That's what I call them, cloud mobile apps, right? So it first has to, in the back, connect to all your databases. That's the key here. And this could be from our other Zoho apps. It could be other applications. And it knows about your CRM or support or accounting, HR, all of those apps. That's critical. So the new age of apps should know about all your existing apps. It's not just a custom business app for one purpose. It has to know all your context in order to make this purpose easier. And it offers a unified data model across various applications. What it means is you, from a creator perspective, it makes it as though all of that information that's in other apps is actually present as part of your creator app. It gives you that illusion. That's what we mean by a unified data model. But you are accessing it in the same uniform way that you access any creator data, any data that creator itself wants. That's how we look at it. And it automatically identifies patterns, or what the technical term would be data models in your data. In other words, all of those of you who are familiar with databases know about these normalization techniques, normalization to keep data models sane. And what we are doing in Creator these days is to do automatic normalization so that you don't have to do it. Actually, Creator knows how to do this. We are teaching it how to do all this. And one of the reasons why we are teaching that automatic normalization is then it can produce meaningful analytics and reports automatically. Of course, the developer can intervene and the end user can intervene, but it still should give you enough to begin with, not just a blank screen. That's the key. That's one of the things that we are doing in Creator 5 and forward as the rolling updates. And we are also connecting your app with powerful machine learning algorithms in the back end that learns from your data. So we are putting all the machine learning, and this is our Zia, the Zoho Intelligent Agent. We are making that available, the power of Zia available to creator developers for creator apps, so that your data in Creator benefits from Zia. Finally, that none of these would make any difference if the apps didn't look good. And this is a true story. A few months ago, maybe a year ago, one of our own internal apps, it's an old app, nobody ever bothered to update it. It's actually, we put up our old used Mac and Windows laptops for sale at a discount, and steep discount, so a lot of our employees purchased them, and this is how the app looked. And this was posted in our internal Zoho Connect, right, social network, and I looked at the screenshot and I said, it looks so sorry. It looks like it's 25 years old, right? And after I said it, they said, okay, we'll switch it over for you. They went and did this, and it looked sort of like this. So you can see how, and all that with no effort from the app developer. What the app that was built several years ago never changed. Nobody ever bothered to touch it. Once I mentioned that it's looking dated, they just went and switched it over to the new Creator and no effort. Beautiful. And that makes the app developer look good, right? All of this, that's the key. All of the machine learning, AI, none of this would make any difference if the apps looked crappy. So you have to keep up with the modern aesthetics, the sensibilities, all of that. And you have to adapt the UI with the evolving sensibility. And whatever looks cool now, maybe in 10 years we will again think that's dated. That's how these things evolve. And we have to keep the platform evolving. And of course, the apps that work across web, tablet, and mobile form factors. And these form factors are now evolving further. That you have tablets now that are in a lot of line of business context now, embedded in the right places. And of course, cover web, JavaScript-based apps and native, that is iOS, Android apps, all with minimal and no extra effort at all. Sometimes you put minimal effort to make sure that it just looks good across all the platforms. Other than that, no extra coding effort involved. And this is again true. Creator itself was born in 2006. It's now the 11th year. And that was a year before the iPhone, actually. Yet Creator apps created before the iPhone seamlessly now have iOS and Android native apps for them. So one test of a powerful platform is its ability to evolve, and you can see how Creator has evolved. That when the mobile revolution came along, it just Creator adapted smoothly with it and enabled all the apps written before the mobile existed to work on the mobile. So that protects your investment. That's the key, right? The app investment you make in Creator is protected. And this is how the Creator 5 now looks like, the new screen, and you will see a lot of this over the course of the event. I just wanted to show you. And this is a service request, service desk type of an app, custom built on Creator. You can see all of the various layout choices, all of that. And if you don't like the pre-built choices, there is even a custom page layout now. It's coming. It's called Page Builder. So you can drag and drop various elements and create completely custom layouts too. So I won't belabor you with the Creator 5 now. You'll see a lot more of this, but I just want to show you how it looks from a screenshot. And let's just summarize Zoho Creator 5 with create highly usable apps that are powerfully minimal. That's a key. Beautiful, deep context, and intelligent. All of those words apply now, and that's what we are doing with the Creator 5 platform, and enables developers and power users to be productive. So you don't have to do a lot of the work for the tablet or the targeting it for the mobile. All of that is taken care of for you by the platform. And it works across all of these form factors and evolves with the times as tastes evolve. And there's maybe in 3 years there will be a different aesthetic sensibility, and we'll be right there with those. And also at this event, Creator 5 is not the only thing that you will be seeing. All new Zoho Click is completely rewritten Zoho Chat. We are renaming it to Click. I'll come to the name in a bit. So it's a world-class chat and IM platform built for business. And our company now runs entirely on Click. And more crucially, from a developer perspective, build bots and messaging apps. So it's not just a chat and IM platform. You can build bots and you can build messaging apps on it. And here is an example of a bot. It's a movie ticket booking bot, and you can see the movie asks you select the movie you want, and you select and how many tickets, and you book the ticket. So it's actually a bot that's guiding you through the choices. This is a different way to not fill a form, right? It's offering you a choice, and then it's asking you a question, and then you go. This is the bot. Actually, it's a live bot that's built. In the back end, it integrates with the various movie ticketing, all of those through the REST APIs. And it also has this powerful command line. We call it the / command. That's becoming actually popular inside already. And that's the name. That's why the Click name, CLIQ, command line interface. It's a kind of a new powerful command line. You don't have to memorize anything. It'll auto-suggest everything. And here's a good example. / command Twitter Zoholics, / Twitter Zoholics. Gives you the Zoholics feeds. Actually, this command is there in right now in your Click channel that you are all on. You have access to. So you can see the tweets arriving right from the chat interface. So that's another, and all kinds of, this is just a sample command. You have all kinds of other commands possible. And beautiful thing is you can write now that minimal deep context things I talked about, zero interface. Chat gives you a zero interface. You are already in chat. You just do the /Twitter and do this, and it gives you. And you can do this with your CRM, with your tickets, your accounting data, your balance sheet, any of it can be a command. And you can see it. For example, I can type sales this week, /sales this week, and it'll guide me through it. I just /sales, and it'll ask me for further refinement of it. And the beauty is all of those bots, all of those CLIs, all of them are powered by Deluge. So all the knowledge that you have of the Deluge script already is, again, that investment is protected. The CLI, the click is powered by Deluge. So I think I've given you a sense of what are the things to come in this. All of this, you can see the Creator 5 click together now. It takes the whole Creator platform to another level. So that's the message that I wanted to leave you with. And thank you for being here.